Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate everyone's time. I waited for some time to really just take in and observe and understand what's happening here. I just want to, through you, Madam Chair, just first of all, just commend everybody because there's no way that we could have expected to experience something that we were experiencing like this. So if you might not hear it from everyone else, but thank you, thank each and every one of you for your time and dedication to this. Secondly, I also just want to remind even members of the public that each of the folks responsible for each of these departments and respective places were not here over a decade ago in their respective roles anyway to make the decisions to build these schools. I've been on this board for 8 years, and many colleagues, some have been here longer, some shorter, and I've watched the voting of building of additional schools when the enrollment wasn't necessarily aligned with it. So my question is, I don't think we should just blame one person, one department, one space. There's a collective politic that must come to bear and say we have to pay. We built the schools. Some of us voted for those schools. I didn't. I voted no on several of the schools in recent years because I felt there wasn't a need and we needed to reinvest in older buildings. Um, but that's neither here nor there. There needs to be shared responsibility. So I ask, uh, as a board and a collective, that as we're raising these questions, that we're thinking in context. This is not, and as far as I'm concerned, um, the level of competency uh, in the health department, CSA, the Board of Ed has been raised to a level that I haven't even experienced in my time being a lifelong New Havener. And the fact that this discussion is even being raised and acknowledged that there needs to be um, annual inspections. Some of these things have been asked for many years, and many of us have been probably called gadflies. Okay, this is annoying Alder. All right, and now the roosters have come home to roost. This is a collective. We have a history in New Haven. This didn't happen overnight. Um, so I'm asking, really, to members of the public that we reflect, that we remember, and that we really do need a collective solution to the problems, not just uh, accusations. Now, furthermore, um, uh, I realize some of these items rose up because of intentions. Folks are wondering intentions of the superintendent or the intentions of someone. I encourage everyone to take the politics out of it. The discussion kind of has become slightly frustrating because as a parent of a New Haven Public School student and as someone who now has helped over personally um, hundreds of kids through my regular day's work, um, I have a great appreciation of what's actually being raised here and the needs and the numbers. So I just want to encourage members of this committee through you, Madam Chair, that if there's a way uh, to not just leave this conversation, but to actually be a part of a productive, solution driven agenda moving forward on how to decide this as a collective, I would appreciate that those communications be increased. I'm not exactly sure how, but through you, Madam Chair, I would love to request that if there's some way that this committee and board, um, along with the Board of Education members and so on, continue to be included. I must note that oftentimes this committee is often overlooked in these kinds of conversations, and the only way to get an audience is to call such a hearing like this. So that is my request through you, Madam Chair. And again, thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you all. The quality and level of work that I've seen over this year and this new assembled team under leadership of Dr. Tracy and Maritza Bond and Dr. Dalal, it's unprecedented. So just keep up the great work, and I yield the remainder of my time. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Vice Chair Alder Brackeen.